And Newel Posts should not feel wobbly and looser than a hot dog in a hallway. Oh, son of a bitch. Who writes this?
They should be rock solid.
Some people use these metal plates to install their Newel Posts. Problem is, if they aren't installed right, they completely fail. Instead, I'm going to show you a different, much sturdier method to install this hollow-end Newel Post.
But why do I dislike base plates? To make them flush, you typically have to router out the subfloor so the finished flooring can lay over top. But here's the real danger. If that plate doesn't land directly over a solid rim joist, then you end up driving screws into thin plywood that can easily get ripped out with enough force on the post. Sometimes at best, you might catch solid wood on just one side.
And yes, I'm aware of the fact that this is probably the worst case scenario, that it probably wouldn't be this loose. But if some doofus didn't know what they were doing and only put minimal screws into the bottom post here, they screwed into the plywood hoping that they hit framing members, but they didn't. And as you can see, this is 5/8 plywood. It didn't leave very much after routering it out. I did get into some framing. Probably there would be a double framing member there. The screw here has, no threads at the top, so there wasn't really anything holding it. And with a good couple hip checks, this thing was not holding dick all.
The other problem is that using a plate requires the Newel post to be installed before flooring goes in. But I had the classic contractor nightmare, a tight deadline with only a couple weeks before Christmas break. The floor installers were ready to roll, and I was still milling up parts. So rather than hold them up, waiting for me to have the post installed, screwing up the schedule, floor guys could come in, get working whilst I got my parts made. Of course, the Newel post was to have a profile to match the newly installed kitchen I built and installed. So I milled up my boards, tried something a little different, and cut the profiles out on the CNC. What could go wrong? Then just cut my bevels, used some tape to hold everything nicely in place so that I could just run some glue on it, and then just fold the post together and clamp it up. Anywho, let's get back to how to install this. Back in sight, the floor guys weren't quite finished, which was great for me, but even if they were finished, it would still work. Rather than rely on a metal plate to hold this hefty Newel, I used a hollow block and a threaded rod. Let me explain. The idea is, once locating where I wanted my Newel to sit, I would pre-drill and sink my threaded rod into the double rim joist at the stair opening.
7/16 inch threaded rod, drilled with a 3/8 inch drill bit. And if you're worried about drilling crooked, easy enough to make a jiggy poo, something like this. I can just fasten that down with some screws and use this as a guide. Just start my hole. Like that.
If you have a tap and die set, I recommend cutting some threads into the wood with this. It will really help get the rod started. The rod probably should be sunk
About 4 inches below and
sticking out a minimum of 6 inches. Although I left mine sticking out roughly 16 inches above the floor. Next, I made up a block with a hollow in the middle for the rod to slide through. The block was slightly smaller than the inside of the post by 1/8 of an inch either way, to allow me to easily slide a Newel post over top of it without being too loose, and slightly shorter than the height of the rod sticking out above the floor. The block was also made from a few 2x material sandwiched and glued together to leave a big enough hole for the rod to slide through. Together, the rod and block will be what will make the Newel post really sturdy. The block will act like a skeleton, and the nut and bolt will get tightened down on the block, acting like an inner tension cable, making things super rigid and sturdy. Added some construction adhesive on the bottom of the block to help lock things into place once set. It's important to shim and level the block both ways as you tighten it down and keep checking it. You might notice I have a second board that slipped down inside the flooring. This isn't necessary, but I use this to help lock the post in the level position. I also added some additional screws that I told to screw down into the floor. That was to help keep things locked in place until the construction adhesive set, and that sucker is going nowhere. Because I had this inner post set, it allowed the flooring installer to finish the floor, while I simultaneously stained and lacquered my railing off-site, avoiding having to mask everything off and stain things on site.
Beauty with this method is, even if the flooring is already installed, it's still easy enough to do. Just take your hollow post here, just my pretend hollow post, that slips over your all-thread rod. Put it where you want it, mark around it, something like that, and take one of these handy dandy flush trimmers, and no need to be too careful because this is your inner post, your outer one's going to slip over top, and now you just drill your hole out, put your threaded rod in, slip in your inner post, glue it, screw it, cinch this down with a nut, and there you have it.
But with the flooring installed, it provides the best fit and finish, in my opinion. The finished newel and bottom shoe will sit on top of the flooring, avoiding having to make super careful and accurate cuts up to the railing and newel post. And because I cut and pre-finished the whole job before applying the finish, the install went ridiculously fast and smooth, which meant I had this railing in just before my dreaded Christmas deadline.
Holy fuck.
To secure the post, I just globbed on a bunch of construction adhesive on my inner wood post, slipping the finished newel post on top of it, avoiding having to put any visible nails or plug holes in it. Once the glue set, the newel post was straighter than Elton John, and more solid than morning. Would you subscribe to my channel, or perhaps check this video out right here?